Ah, the greatest thing about gaming. There's always a gray area. I mean, how can cheating be wrong if everybody's doing it?
It's kind of hard for the video game industry to argue against cheating when they commission companies to put out strategy guides and put cheat codes in the books.
I guess in some respects, strategy guides could be considered cheating, because if I have a physics test tomorrow and I have all the answers in front of me, that's cheating.
Developers are always going to write cheat codes or Easter eggs or whatever you want to call it into their games. That's just something that has always been with video games since they started.
The original cheat codes came out of sort of things that developers would put in to make it easier for them to test the game, you know, infinite health or infinite ammo. Somebody probably just left it in there, and somebody of course put it on the internet because that's what everybody does, and then the next thing you know, it becomes kind of this thing.
The first one that everyone knows about is the infamous Konami code, made famous by the game Contra: up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. This would give you 30 lives in the game, it would allow you to beat the game easily, and it made the game a lot more fun.
You know, you have the Konami code, you have all these classic cheat codes that almost become stories within themselves.
Every single Grand Theft Auto series has had the ability to input a quick button combination and suddenly you've got the entire arsenal of weapons.
I also think that some of them were just sort of stuck in there as funny little things where the developer was goofing around and gave everybody a really big head. Those are some of my favorite cheat codes.
I think as far as a solo experience and wanting to do things like God mode or put in cheat codes, I think that's just a way for people to have an extended experience with the game.
But lately they seem to have been doing away with a lot of those, and I actually heard that developers decided that they didn't want to include those in games because they found that people were just using God mode and tearing through a game. Using a cheat code to burn through a game in 2 hours, or you're using a strategy guide to get through the game really, really quickly, I don't know what the point of that is. It's okay, you spent $60 to do what? Play a game for an hour? What's the point of that?
Mods, macros, cheat codes. There are thousands of cheats. Love it or hate it, it is the pervasive culture of gaming.
There is no way to stop cheating. No way to do it.
People will cheat to save time, like World of Warcraft, where you'll have, your buddy help you level up. And then when it comes time for you to actually battle someone else, maybe you're not as familiar with your character because that's actually a learning process.
Most of the fun in those games is not being level 60 and then running around being able to do everything. It's half of the fun is getting to level 60.
In playing a game, I think some of the satisfaction is figuring out the system, and then getting the points or doing whatever, leveling up, getting to the next stage, or oh, I found, the gold box, or I got to the princess, or whatever, I accomplished this goal.
And you actually have a whole thing called gold farming. They will go on quests and then turn around and sell the magic sword for real money. So that you can go and go, oh cool, I got the magic sword.
If you're fast tracking yourself and not really learning the game, when it comes time to actually have a showdown with someone that took time with the game and actually got a chance to learn it, then you're going to be exposed.
Living without rules in an MMO environment can create a bit of trouble, especially when it comes to economy. Cheaters sometimes do prosper.
Duping has been a huge issue in MMORPGs. I definitely consider it cheating. Anytime you're taking an item within the virtual world and then you're duplicating it, that causes a big problem within the world.
It can change the landscape of a game, and it's certainly something that is a problem in MMOs because it will affect their economy.
In Star Wars Galaxies, there was a planet where you would go to a mission terminal and accept a mission. And then it would immediately say, congratulations, you've just completed the mission, but you did nothing. And so what was happening is it was giving out free money. Virtual in-game inflation happened in a matter of 2 hours because everyone had billions and billions of credits.
On the console side, it's a little more guarded, and that's where you start seeing more stat padding, where they'll have their buddy come in and basically set it up so, I win a round, you lose a round, I do this, and you let me do that, just so we can build up our stats and rank higher in the game. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
No one can create an aimbot for Halo 3. No one can create a wall hack for Halo 3 because I can't reverse engineer an Xbox 360 game. But now you've got these leaderboards where, you try to climb the ranks.
If you're stat padding and you're doing all this stuff, when it comes time for you to really play with other real gamers, it becomes very evident that you don't really have the skill. Those people either don't show up, or when they do show up, they get trounced.
So you got caught cheating, huh? Just wait till your father gets home.
The consequences of cheating are really going to depend on the game you're playing, on what platform you're playing.
In the early MMOs, there was no trial by jury of peers. You were banned. You were banned. And for people that are really attached to these social lives, you might as well get the death sentence. Whoops, you screwed up, death sentence. So sorry.
You can get banned from Xbox Live for life, you can get banned for 24 hours, you can get kicked, and that means a lot to some people.
I mean, it'd be like if you were a huge Led Zeppelin fan and Robert Plant came to your house and said, you bootlegged one of my concerts, you can never listen to us again. I mean, that would be terrible.
If you're caught cheating during a legitimate competition for money, you're out of there and your reputation has been scarred forever.
Ethics definitely exist inside of a game environment.
Just like in society, there are, there's a law, there's police, there's citizens watch.
On the flip side, if I'm at home and I want to give myself a few extra lives so I can get through the newest Ratchet and Clank, who cares? Yeah, my wife may say, you're a cheater.
You're only cheating yourself,
You just got to live with yourself knowing that you're a cheater.
Glitching, modding, and hacking is uncool, unfair, and unacceptable in all gaming circumstances, whether playing by yourself or with others. I promise to never cheat in gaming again. Can I come out now?